Hey everybody, welcome to my very first YouTube video. My name is Dwayne McBride and I am an old machine junkie. I have a passion for finding old machine tools and restoring them and getting them back working. This all started for me about 3 years ago when I needed a lathe for my hobby shop because I do a lot of vintage Harley Davidson stuff, and I had to make some parts, and I got tired of trying to source stuff out, and I restored a lathe. I found an old 1944 Logan, restored it, and started using it in my shop. And I enjoyed that process so much of restoring that lathe that this kind of morphed into a hobby for me and a passion. So that's what I do. I grew up in Pasadena, Texas, on the Port of Houston, and I was raised by master craftsmen all my life. My father was a journeyman welder and pipe fitter, and all the men in my life growing up all built the Port of Houston in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. So I should have paid more attention back then. So naturally, I went the exact opposite route, and I made a career out of being a Marine infantryman. So I don't have any regrets. I enjoyed my service, and it taught me a lot in life. But what I do is I restore these old machines, and it's not just about the machinery, it's about the history. I really get into the history of these machines, the whole, where they came from, who made them, what did they do, who worked behind them, stuff like that. So you're going to see a lot of that on this channel because that's really what I'm about. I'm going to tell you up front, I'm not a machinist, and I will not pretend to be a machinist on this channel. I do devote a lot of my time learning machinist skills. I'm constantly in books, and these machines teach me a lot. I do have some mechanical skills, and I do have a background in that with motorcycles and stuff like that, and what I've learned from the men in my life, my father and other folks, but I'm not a machinist, and I will not pretend to be one on here. I am a lifelong apprentice of machining skills and what it takes to actually repair these machines, get them up and running, get them back to specs, the global geometry right, and get them working like they were built to do. I have really a problem, okay? I'm a machine junkie, all right? And the first thing, I believe that when you have a problem is to recognize you have a problem, and I do. And my hobby is completely outgrown the old space I was in. So I'm right in the middle of a big shop move right now. I'm in the new space right now doing this video, but I still have a lot of machines to move in here. I'm gonna get those in here probably over the next 3 weeks or so. And got a few more that I still need to pick up that I've purchased or people have donated to me. This has been a really fun venture for me over the last few years, and I really decided that I wanted to get on YouTube and share some of this with people. I know there's a lot of people that restore machines out there. I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel or anything like that, but this is my journey, and I want to share my journey with everyone out there. My family encouraged me to do that, and I turned 60 this week, and I decided that this was something I was going to do. Like I said, I'm all about the stories. I'm about the history on these machines. So if you enjoy that, you're going to get a lot of that on this channel. You're going to get the restorations. You're going to get some machining on here too, because I have to machine parts sometimes to fix these machines. Sometimes these machines support fixing other machines that I have in here. So you will see some machining. We'll be making some chips. Also, for like shop projects and stuff like that, but this is not a machine tutorial channel. All right, that is not what I do. There are plenty of professional machinists out there that have great YouTube channels, and I subscribe to almost all of them, and I've been watching them for years. So I just want you to know that's not what I do here. I restore these machines. Sometimes we do full restorations. I let the machine dictate what it needs, right? Sometimes I like the patina on them. Sometimes I just clean them up, and if they're in good working order, we get them back working and making chips. I always go through, check the global geometry on them, and do all the things that are important to make sure that they run accurate and true and all that. But I don't always do a full up restoration. Some things get paint, some things don't get paint. I let the machine and the condition of the machine dictate what I'm going to do on that. Now, why am I doing this channel other than sharing the history and the stories and everything that I think is important, that I think needs to be passed down? Because I believe the history of these machines, because what you find out when you start messing with these machines, if you really get into the history of them, they are some of the greatest American stories never told. And I want to share that on the channel. But another reason I'm doing this is because, like I said, my hobby has really outgrown me. And now I get calls, and when you start doing the, hunting down these machines, people start knowing who you are, and then you start getting calls on machines and stuff like that. And my problem is, like I said, I'm a machine junkie. So if they got a good story, I'm a sucker, man. I'm going to pull a trailer over and get it, right? But I only have so much space. So one of the other reasons I'm doing this channel is, as I restore some of these, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the channel to help find some new caretakers for some of these machines, because we saved them from scrap. We're going to put them back in working order, and there's people out there that would appreciate some of these machines, and that's going to be one thing this channel's used for, is to find some new caretakers. As we go through on the restorations, I'll make the decision on what I'm going to do with the machine. And if I do find a new caretaker for a machine that I'm working on, I'm not out to make any money. I don't sell machine. I'm not a machine dealer. That's not what I do. I'll figure out what I got in it, and I'll let these machines go for a really, really good, reasonable price, probably below scrap. So as we go along, we're going to have some of those that pop up. Some of these machines, of course, are with me forever. I'll keep them because of the stories behind them. I have a lot of machines that helped build the arsenal of democracy during World War II. Those are really important to me because I'm a serious history buff, and I really get into that stuff. Some of them are tied to actually Houston industrial World War II history, and that's important to me because I had relatives that worked in those plants. But some of them I'm going to have to let go. If I want to bring stuff in the front door, I got to let some stuff go out the back door, right? I got some cool machines still to move over here. I'm about probably 65% done on my move right now. And I have to do a lot of it by myself, and I have to do it on the weekends. I'll work 8 to 5 just like everybody else out there, Monday through Friday. So what I can get done after work or what I can get done on the weekends kind of slows it down for me a little bit. I'm not doing any restorations right now during the move because I need to get all my tools and tooling and everything over here and finish getting that done and get it set up. I like an organized shop, so I need to get all that set up before I continue with any of the restorations that I'm currently working on. I will tell you that the first two that we'll knock out on the channel is, I got a Hardinge TFB that I'm about probably 75% done on. That one will be knocked out first. And then I have a K&T 2HL vertical that's a 1944. It's a World War II machine. It's about 90% complete. I just have a few things left on that. Rewicking the saddle is one of the last things I got to do, and that is a nightmare, I'm told. So I'll be sharing all that work on the channel. I'll include the move, what I got going on in the move, and any machines that I'm going to be picking up here in the next few weeks. I do got a deal I'm working right now on a really cool machine that I think everybody would enjoy on here. I have a big range of machines in the shop that I already own that have really cool stories, like I said, but we're going to cover those. And I still got to restore a lot of these machines. This past year has been crazy for me on machine tools. It's like they've just popped up everywhere, and I started picking them up, putting them away, storing them back, and getting them ready to move into the shop. So I'm going to say probably 70% of the machines coming in here, we got to do a good go through on and actually probably end up doing some form of restoration on them. So all that'll be covered on the channel, and I hope you guys enjoy that kind of stuff. But the date ranges on these machines, I got everything from a 1900 Brown and Sharp #1 all the way up to probably my newest machine would be my Hardinge that I'm working on. It's like a 1982. But I have a very wide range of date ranges of machining history in here, and I'm going to enjoy sharing that with everybody. You know, stuff like this little Douglas sitting right behind me right here. I picked that up. I'm going to leave that patina the way it is because it's got the perfect patina on it. I've just cleaned it up, but it's a good running little mill and it cuts nice. And that was a 5-year only war production machine from Douglas. Douglas was only in business doing machine tools anyway for about 5 or 6 years, and they did it off a government contract during World War II. So I'm going to be covering all that kind of stuff with you guys on here. This J&L number 4 over this shoulder over here sitting behind me, that came out of the Dixon gun plant on the Houston Ship Channel during World War II. That was actually a GOCO facility. That was, meaning, sorry with the acronyms, I'm a military guy. That was a government-owned, contract-operated facility, a GOCO facility, that was actually stood up and ran by Howard Hughes and Hughes Tool Company. And they did some really cool machining there during World War II. And that machine came out of that plant. These are things I want to cover with you on the channel. I like to do a big history deep dive on this stuff. I usually like to trace it all the way back to the roots and take it to my shop floor. So if you think you would enjoy stuff like that, that's what I'll be doing on this channel. A good example, like the J&L I was just talking about, I'm going to do probably a 4-episode series on that, because that machine will take you all the way back to the Connecticut River Valley and Robinson Lawrence and a lot of the birth of precision. So that's a really cool story, and how Jones and Lamson came to be and how long they were around. I mean, a lot of these companies were around over 100 years. Some of them longer than that, 150 years. Some of them are still making machine tools. So I'm going to really look forward to sharing that with you guys, giving you that history, talking about the craftsmen that work behind them, because this channel is all about the craftsmen. It's all about it. The ones that built the nation, and the ones that go out and get it done every day to day. And keep our nation moving forward. I'm all about that. I love talking about the craftsmen that worked behind these machines and built our nation. So that's very important to me. I also wanted to create kind of a community on this channel. There's a lot of people out there with old iron and old machine tools, either in your garage, your home shop, or maybe at your business. And I'd like to create a community on this channel where people can send me in maybe a picture or some pictures of your machine tools, give me the story on them, and I'd like to highlight other people's machine tools on this channel and kind of build a community out of that. I love talking on machines, and talking about other machines of my own excites me. I would love to do that. So we'll look at doing that. I'll post my email address to this channel at the end of this video. And if you do have any old machine tools right now, we can kick that off right away. Send me in a picture, send me in a little bio on the machine. Maybe it was something special. Maybe your grandfather was passed down to you, or maybe you rescued it from scrap or whatever. Let's share the stories and let's talk about the machines. You know, these machines are monuments to me of our nation's industrial history, and to the craftsmen and the men that engineered them and built them. And they left these monuments behind. They actually built machinery that would serve generations, and all these machines far outlived their creators. So when I find one in a field, or in the back of an old barn, or in the back of a shop that's been sitting dormant for 20, 30, 40 years, it's a big, exciting thing for me to get them in here, get them cleaned up. And what's so amazing is when you do that, and here's a machine that's 70, 80 years old, and it still cuts to tolerance. It's just amazing that they built these things to be serviced, repaired, and keep producing. They are made to work, and it excites me when I get one and I get to work on it. So anyway, that's what the channel is going to be about. I don't want to drag this out too long and start repeating myself. I am 60, you know, so I forget a lot. But I'm not a professional YouTuber, as you can tell. I don't have a clue. This little wireless mic I got on here, I just put it on my phone here. Why am I using my phone? Because I can't figure out how to use the camera and the different cameras I bought yet. I don't even know if this mic's working right now. All right, but I'm figuring all this out as I go. All right, and if I run into anything on this channel that's out of my wheelhouse, machining wise, I'll farm it out. I mean, that's what I do. But the main thing is to get the machines up and running. And I hope you join me on the journey. I think we can have some fun with this. And I look forward to seeing you the next time. When I have to go help a buddy move some machines today, because he helps me move machines when I need him. So I'm going to go knock that out real quick, but I'm probably going to come back to the shop tonight and I'll do a quick walkthrough on the machines I have in here and share those with you. And then I'll get over to the old shop space this week and I'll share the ones we got to move over here. And I'll let the cat out of the bag a little bit. I got a 1912 16-inch swing LeBlanc that is complete. I mean, it's all there. And it's in pretty good working order that I'm actually trying to work a deal on right now. So I'll share that with you guys too. And if I close the deal on that tomorrow or Tuesday, I'll share the move of that and get it moved over to the shop and all that with y'all. But it's a cool machine. It's an old line shaft machine. Still has the complete counter shaft to it that was made. It's got a homemade base on it, but still has the wall mounted counter shaft on it. So I look forward to getting that one. I'm going to put it next to a 1909 Carolyn Jameson 15-inch swing lathe that I got. So anyway, enough rambling on. I hope you like and subscribe to my channel. I'll try to keep it entertaining for y'all. All this will always be unscripted. You're never going to be able to tell what comes out of my mouth, right? I'm my hardest critic. I make fun of myself more than anybody ever will in the comments. And there's another thing I will guarantee you. I will probably have more parts in my scrap bin than I have numbers of subscribers on this channel. So if you enjoy seeing that kind of stuff, you know, give me a thumbs up, give me a like, hit subscribe, come hang out with me in the shop every week. And I look forward to sharing this with you guys. So come on and join me on the journey. Thanks for watching Forgotten Spindles, and we'll see you next time. Bye.